Okay. All right, so welcome to our full moon in Aries practice. I really feel like this is such an excellent way to understand the energies of astrological movement in the body, because so much of our experience is through the body. Aries in particular represents this sort of spark of new and fresh fire energy. It's a really potent fire energy, which can be, if you don't have a lot of fire in your chart, or if you're not really aligned with Aries, it can be kind of overwhelming. It's a very youthful, almost like that energy of watching like little boys run around a playground. That's sort of the Aries energy. And for my part, like I'm Leo Sagittarius fire, so even for me, Aries is a bit of an adjustment. But the cards guiding us tonight and the energies guiding us tonight are talking about this this energetic and fiery dance that leads us into a new way of being, a new way of approaching ourselves, of approaching knowledge, of really, you know, this is harvest season, but it's also burning away those last little bits before we move into the new lunar calendar. I don't want to talk too much because I want to get into the practice. But as I mentioned before we started recording, for those people who are joining us later, please have comfortable things nearby your mat so that you can honor the practice by, or honor the movement into relaxation by having those things close at hand so you don't have to sit up or disrupt your peace. If there is anything that feels unavailable to you in your body, this is a more active practice. Feel free to modify with something that is similar. What I mean by that is if we are doing a heart opening thing, don't close your heart off and take a child's pose. Lie with your heart open, because this is an energy first practice. We want to try and honor at least the centers that we're opening. So sometimes in a yoga class, you'll hear, you know, come into a child's pose, but as a default, but I would encourage you to honor whatever we're doing at the time, and to honor your body. Like I said, it's energy first, so it's the opening of those spaces that's most important. So I think that's all for the talking portion. So we're going to make our way to our mat if we're not there already, and start in a seated meditation. So I have one foot in front of the other. This is the awkward part. I now have to scoot back. One foot in front of the other, one heel in front of the other, dropping the knees down to the earth. So if you have any blocks, books, pillows, blankets to prop up the hips, that would be great. And then you can place anything under the knees for support. So for those of us who have our knees up here, that would be a matter of propping up the hips even more. So placing more things underneath the bum and just trying to come into the shape as best as possible. And then finding a nice tall spine, closing your eyes. And dropping into your breath. Taking a nice deep breath in, deep into the belly. And letting it go with a forceful exhale. So feeling that exhale at the back of the throat. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling deeply. leaving any unwanted thoughts or energies outside of this space, whatever you can clear at this time. There will be many opportunities for release through your practice. And if you find or discover that there is something you are not yet ready to release, that's okay. Again, there are always other opportunities. Some lessons are with us to stay for a period of time. Taking a few more moments here. Finding your breath. Lifting the crown of the head, letting the shoulders roll down the back. Begin to feel and see before you a circle of souls. Perhaps you see them as light or shapes, vague silhouettes of human beings. However you picture them, all sitting or standing around a fire. And lifting your hands, facing them forward. You see everyone in the circle do the same. Taking your time to come into this space, into this place, where the evening fires are lit, burning bright, and a circle of community surrounds this fire. Receive the solar energy through your palm. Receive this fire energy. Allow it to travel up through the arms into your heart space. Feel it travel up to the crown of the head, down the spine to the root, and through the leg, filling your body with fire, warmth. You may receive information about this fire, feelings connected to it. And you begin to identify your intention for your practice tonight. What are you ready to receive? Begin to receive it through your right palm. What you are ready to release, you release through the left. And it passes through the circle. Feel burdens lift as the weight is shared in community, in support, in empathy, compassion. Receiving through your right and giving through your left around this circle. Feel the connection grow and grow. And there is a silent rhythm that begins to play that only those in the circle can hear. And to that rhythm, they sway, giving and receiving, giving through the left, receiving through the right, an unrestricted flow of energy powered by the fire at the center. Begin to draw your hands to your eyes, placing the heels of your hands on the eye. Breathing deeply. Feel your eyes and your palms warm. And when you feel that warmth, begin to move your hands and place them underneath your jaw, heels of the hand. Perhaps your forearms meet. Draw the shoulders down the back. Feel the fire energy from your palm move over your face. Warming the hand. And then begin to close them over your ear. Release the hands from the ears. If you can hear me, right hand to the floor. Left fingertips reach up toward the sky. Come over toward the right side. Open the left side body. Maybe you come down on the forearms. Maybe you're up here. Making space between the ribs. And draw a half circle in front of you, coming over to the other side. Reaching out through the right fingertips, turning your chest and heart skyward. Opening the right side ribs with your breath. And we'll continue to move in these half circles. Coming over to the right side, grounding the left hip. And around and over to the left. Synchronize this with your breath. Exhale through center. Inhale to come up. Exhale through center. Inhale to come up. Each time you'll be feeling a deeper rotation of the chest and in the middle body. Looking up toward the sky as you come up. Last round. We come to center, switch the cross of the feet. So if you have the right heel in front, left heel comes in front this time. One in front of the other, dropping the knees down toward the earth. Make adjustments for this side. And we'll all meet here in seated with the palms facing up, still receptive. Coming into that space between the eyebrows, still in the circle in front of the fire. And perhaps you begin to sway from side to side or move back and forth. Allow your body to naturally and easily find a movement. Keep your eyes closed to observe from within. Maybe it's that your shoulders want to roll, maybe your neck moves from side to side. You're moving to a rhythm that only you can hear. So there's no wrong here. Breathing, reaching the crown of the head up toward the sky. We'll inhale the arms up, interlacing the fingers, turning the palms up toward the sky. You can bend the elbows, roll the shoulders back, and press up as many times as you need to. And if you're still moving, keep moving. Do what feels right. We are led by dancers in this practice of the fairy variety and of the spirit variety. So we are well within the practice to move as we feel is right. And begin to release your arms behind your back, interlacing the fingers, opening the chest. Draw the hands back and away from you. Lift the belly. Avoid curving the spine. So you want to keep a nice sturdy spine. If you've invited tension into the toes or the knees, let that go. And then hinging at the hip, fold forward. Just as far as you can go, allowing the arms to come up. Keep reaching back through the hand. Come back up to seated. Remove anything from underneath you. And sit back on the heels. If you need more support sitting back on the heels, you can use a blanket, a pillow, bolster, block. Step the right foot forward. Keep the left leg bent. Holding here, lengthening the spine. Draw the shoulders down the back. Notice if you are shifting forward, allow yourself to shift back. Find your breath. And then move the right foot back. Left foot steps forward. Standing your foot, all four corners on the earth next to the knee. Again, you may use some support underneath the bum or underneath the right leg. Lengthen the spine, straighten up nice and tall. And then begin to bring your fingertips to the earth, roll forward onto all fours, taking a table position, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Roll through the spine, drop the belly, chest, and heart forward. On an exhale, pull your navel in towards your spine, make space between the shoulder blades, shake your head yes and no. 2 more rounds of that. So inhale, drop the belly, chest and heart come forward. And exhale, navel to spine. Maybe shift your weight forward slightly, shake your head yes and no. Moving through the spine, moving through the shoulder. Find your breath. And when you've completed those rounds, straight back, table position, lift the belly, roll the shoulders down the back, step your right foot forward, left knee stays back. Inhale the arms forward, up and back. We'll interlace the fingers behind the back. So an alternate would be to grab onto the elbows, or just move your arms behind you. Release the fingertips to the earth. Step the right knee back to meet the left. And take a cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, navel to spine. When your navel is in toward your spine, use that space to step the left foot forward. Right knee back, left knee over left ankle. Hips are squared. Arms reach forward, up and back. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Open the chest and heart. Lift the belly up out of the hips. And release fingertips to the earth. Tuck the back toes under. Step the back foot up to meet the front foot. Feet hip distance apart, 2 fists between the arches of the feet. Inhale, straighten your spine, fingertips to the earth, look up, and exhale, hug the belly up and in, forward fold. You can bend the knees here. And then let the arms hang at your side. So bringing the backs of the hands to the earth. Bend the knees, inhale the arms all the way up to standing. And exhale the hands to heart center. Take a moment here to adjust to standing, feet hip distance apart. If you have socks on, this is a good time to take them off. I will move through the first round sort of slowly or more slowly, and then it will speed up from there. So first we inhale the arms up and exhale to forward fold. Inhale your fingertips to the earth, nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your palms, step back into plank. Modified plank, drop the knee. Press into the tops of the feet. Press into the fingertips, ground the space between the index finger and thumb. Lift the belly, lift the whole front body. Eyes of the elbows turn forward, lower. Keeping the elbows tucked into the side body. Inhale, lift the chest and heart up off the earth. Tuck the elbows into the side body, come into cobra, or you can press into upward facing dog. Tuck the toes under, come back to down dog. Feet hip distance apart, hands shoulder distance apart. Bringing your belly toward your thighs. Not really focusing on heels coming toward the earth, but more the belly to the thighs, ears in line with the elbows. Tipping the tailbone toward the wall in front of you. Inhale the right leg up high. Bend at the knee, bring the foot over toward the left side. Flexing the foot. Come up onto the left toes, bring the right knee into the chest. Nose to knee, hollow out like in cat. Step the foot forward. We'll inhale the arms forward, up and back. High lunge. Or you can drop the back knee, come into low lunge. Plant the palms, back to plank. Again, modified plank, you can drop the knees, or modified chaturanga. So from here, if you're staying in plank, eyes of the elbows turn forward, lower. Eventually you can lower the knees, come down into cobra, or press up into upward facing dog. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Left leg comes up high, bend at the knee, foot over toward the right side, flex the foot. Come up onto the right toes, left knee into the chest, nose to knee, step the foot forward. Build your foundation. You can drop the back knee or rise up, high lunge. Plant the fingertips, step the back foot up to meet the front foot. Inhale, look up, fingertips to the earth. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. And exhale the hands to heart center. Let's take 3 strong breaths. Exhaling strongly through the mouth. To build more energy in our breath, we'll inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time like that. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale the hands to heart center. Let's extend that into a breath of joy. Inhale the arms up halfway. Open them out. On another inhale, open them up. On another inhale. And then exhale, huh. Huh. So it flows like that. Huh. 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 Make sure that you are fully exhaling. That is your release. Two more. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the forward fold. We're going to move through that sun salutation. Plant the palms. Step back into plank. Eyes of the elbows turn forward, lower. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg comes up high. Bend at the knee. Bring the foot over toward the left side. Square your shoulders. Come up onto the left toes. Right knee into the chest. Step the foot forward. Find your foundation. Find your strength. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, plant the palms back into your plank. Moving through vinyasa, so knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga to upward facing dog or cobra, tucking the elbows into the side body. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Left leg comes up high, bend at the knee, foot over toward the right side. Flex the foot, come up onto the right toes, left knee into the chest, step the foot forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fingertips to the earth, step the back foot up to meet the front foot. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, the hands to heart center, 3 strong breaths. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the forward fold. Inhale, exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank. Move through knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga to upward facing dog or cobra. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Right leg comes up high, bend at the knee, foot over toward the left side. Flex the foot, come up onto the left toes, right knee into the chest. Step the foot forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, plant the palms. Back to plank. Lifting the whole front body, reaching out through the crown of the head, move through vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg comes up high, bend at the knee, foot over toward the right side. Square the shoulders. Come up onto the right toes, left knee into the chest. Step the foot through. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, plant the palms. Step the back foot up to meet the front foot. Forward fold. Inhale the arms up. And exhale the hands to heart center. Take a moment here to pause and feel. Feel that fire energy at your center. Feel it spread. Reach the arms up toward the sky. Send the hips left, the fingertips right. Opening the side body, back through center. Hips go right, fingertips go left. Back through center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale the hands to heart center. Inhale the arms up, hips go left, fingers go right. Back through center, hips go right, fingers go left. And exhale to forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Hips go left, fingertips go right. Back through center, over to the hips go right, fingers go left. Back through center, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale the hands to heart center. Again, pausing, maybe to take a drink, maybe standing in mountain pose with your palms facing forward, rolling the shoulders down the back. You're standing at the top of your mat. I'll give another moment here to connect with your water source or your breath. And then we'll take a big step back with the left foot staying up on the toes, coming into a high lunge. Front knee is directly over the front ankle. Reach the arms forward. We'll trace the left arm with the right fingertips all the way across the chest and open out to the side, like you're stringing a bow. All the way, holding here. And then bring the back arm forward and step the back foot up to meet the front foot. Feet hip distance apart, roll the inner thigh outward, lift the belly, nice strong mountain pose. This time taking a big step back with the right foot. Front knee over front ankle, square the hips, reach the arms forward, roll the shoulders back. Trace the right arm with the left fingertips opening out. Swing the back arm forward, step the back foot up to meet the front foot. Lift the right knee and extend out through the heel. So we are squaring our hips. You can place your fingers in or your thumbs in your hip socket, extend out through the heel. And then bend the knee and send it back, kick it back, reach the arms forward. Bend the knee, bring it forward. So if balance is like a little bit off, you can just kick it back from where you are and not worry about it coming up too high. So if this is what's happening, this is what's happening, right? We're not like, we're not judging ourselves for how far we can go. So extend out through the heel, bend the knee, kick it back, reach the arms forward. Square the hips, bend the knee, kick it forward. We're gonna do one more. Coming into balance, back to the center, release the right foot, shake out the left foot. And if you're just catching up, we'll give you a second there. And we'll all meet with the leg extended out through the heel. You may notice that the height is different here. Keep your hips square, arms at your sides, lift the chest, lift the belly. Bend the knee, kick it back, arms reach forward. Keep the hips square, bring it back to center, and then kick it out forward. Bend the knee, send it back. Bend that leg back. And again, maybe your toes touch the earth. That's okay. We are hinging at center. One more. Dropping into a place of focus. Bring the back foot up to meet the front foot. Shake out the right foot. So an extension of this would be that we are going to kick the foot back and draw the right knee in toward the left. So kick the right foot back, Reach back for the foot, hand to the inside edge. Left arm reaches up alongside the ear. Begin to charge yourself forward and lift the back leg. Press the foot into the hand into the foot. And again, this could be staying here, holding your foot in toward your bum, keeping the hips square. Finding a dancer pose, square the hips, reach the crown of the head back toward the foot. Draw it back in towards center. Release the right foot, or sorry, the left foot, shake it out. Release the right foot from your hand. Square all four corners of the right foot, send the left foot back. So you can start here, maybe your hand is on the outside edge of the foot, drawing the left knee in towards center. And then begin to bring your hand to the inside edge of the left foot. Right arm reaches alongside the ear. If you are using a wall, this is another thing I should mention. If you're using a wall, just make sure you're not leaning one way or another, that you've got your, leaning in a balancing posture doesn't work, that you've got your fingertips or your hand on the wall in a way that keeps you square. All right, so we're reaching the right arm alongside the ear, pressing the foot into the hand into the foot, arching the back, reaching the crown of the head back toward the foot, opening the chest, finding this expression, bring it back to center. When you're ready, release the left leg, shake out the right foot. Inhale the arms up, exhale, forward fold. Fingertips to the mat, step back into plank. Come onto the left palm. So the other option here is to step the right foot in front of the left leg. Right fingertips reach up to the sky. We're going to come back through plank through center. And then on the right palm, stack the left foot over top of the right, side plank, cross the hips forward. Again, you can step that top foot forward. Come back into plank. Drop down onto the knees, lower all the way to the earth. Arms to your sides, palms face down. Your your left arm in line with the shoulder. Lift the right leg, bend at the knee, bring the foot all the way over to the left side. Reach the right fingertips up toward the sky and begin to draw circles with the arm. So really working into and moving through that shoulder. And then bring the right fingertips to the earth, come back through center, come back onto your belly, and then bring the right arm out to the side in line with the shoulder. So this is a chest opener. You can use your left hand to help make this twist. Lift the left leg, bend at the knee, bring the foot over toward the right side. Relax your ear to the mat. Begin to draw circles with the left arm. And maybe you find that there's a spot that needs opening and you just rest your arm there, or you can keep making the circles. Making the circles. And bring your left fingertips to the earth, come back through center. Lift the hips up toward the sky and shift them back. Bringing your hips all the way back to your heels, arms to your sides, palms face up. Come into a fetal child's pose, third eye to the earth. Take a moment here to breathe into the back body. Again, you can always use support underneath the bum. And then fingertips to the earth. Sit yourself back on your heels. Shift forward onto the palms. Tuck the toes under. Uncurling the pinky toes. Opening the feet. Lift the chest and heart. If this is really too intense, you can always lift up and then sink down as you need to. I do this every day, so don't let my calm exterior fool you. I know how it feels. All right, and palms to the earth. We're gonna press the hips all the way up, coming into a forward fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale your hands to heart center. Now taking a wide stance on your mat, using your mat the long way, make toes pointing toward the front edges of the mat. So there's a nice turnout in the hips. Press your hips forward, lift your belly. So you want a nice wide stance. I'm going to take you through a moon breath, and it starts with goddess, a full moon breath, I should say. Move through the feet, so bend the knees. Your knees are tracking over your second and third toe. You may need to move through the feet, find that space. Press the hips forward, lift the belly. So let's get into it, sink into it. Maybe use your hands to roll the inner thigh outward. Find your balance. That's the key here. Find your balance. All right, so for our moon breath, we inhale and then we exhale. So joining in, this could be when you notice you were once again in that circle, at that fire. Everyone doing this in unison. Don't forget that exhale. And two more. Reach the arms out to the sky. Open your heart, open your chest. Stay here. And begin to bring the feet toward one another to hip distance. And begin to swing the arms from side to side. So this is also married with an intense breath. We inhale at center and exhale out to each side. So inhale. And maybe your arms start to come up high. It's kind of like a helicopter. Carl, that's for you. If you start to get dizzy, fix your gaze in front of you and don't let your head move with the rest of the body. Otherwise, we're moving the whole upper body and keeping the lower body fixed. Start to slow it down. Coming to the center. Close your eyes. Feel the energy at your palms, standing once again in front of the flame. Begin to stand your feet more than hip distance apart and to simply move through the feet. So from heel to toe, however that looks for you. At its most extreme, you can come into a goddess at its most extreme. At a heightened level of difficulty, perhaps, you can come into a goddess, turn the toes up toward the sky, and move the foot and to the other side. So we're moving through the feet. And again, this can be your own rhythm if your arms want to get into it. If you want to make it into a bit of a dance, you can do that. We're going to start to bring it down lower and lower. So if this transition doesn't feel right to you, you can always just bring yourself down to the earth. Otherwise, we're moving through what is essentially a little creature froggy squat movement. Very primal. Opening up the soles of the feet. So getting some little twisties in there. If you spend a lot of time on your feet, that might feel kind of intense. Moving through the feet. If you want to take a squat here, taking a squat if that's in your practice. And then we'll bring the hands behind us and sit the bum down on the floor. This can be a time where you grab onto a folded blanket and place it underneath the hips. Let the sits bones come off the edge, so it's just the fleshy part of the bum. Bring the legs out wide. Walk the fingertips forward with a nice straight spine. Draw the shoulders down the back. Fold forward. So this could be, fold forward could literally be this. Sitting up, fingertips to the earth. You can always draw the fingertips back toward you. That will deepen and intensify the stretch. Flex the toes, wiggle the toes. Deep, deep breaths. Close your eyes. We are all in this circle. And just as we did with our palms, we begin to feel ourselves receive through the right leg and give through the left. Whatever you are needing to receive, community, connection, support, love, and whatever you're needing to release. Through this connection, all energy is transmuted, transformed. And so we release from our left as we receive through our right, an endless flow of energy from right to left, from right to left, around the circle. Maybe you're down on your forearms, fully collapsing into this posture. Maybe you have a bolster and you bring it in front of you. From right to left, we receive and release. Moving out of the way of this flow of energy ensures that we receive what we need to receive, and in equal measure we give. And you now begin to receive through the crown of your head the energy of this fire to transform and transfigure, to burn to ash anything that is no longer serving us. Allow this fire in through the crown of the head to burn down the face, removing, cleansing, clearing in this big, big way. Feel that flame move down the body, creating and destroying, creating fertile ground and destroying what is no longer serving us. What is not ours to keep. Shame from others that we are holding for them. Self-beliefs that are outdated and outworn. Let this fire burn down the shoulders, down the torso, through the belly. Let it sit and burn in the belly, the hips, turning to ash. Everything that is no longer ours. This is how we turn our struggles into lessons. Let that intensity move down through the hips and through the legs. burning fire of transfiguration, transformation. Begin to walk your fingertips back towards your hip. And bring your feet together. Legs in front of you. Take a rolled up blanket or a bolster or a thin pillow and place it where your shoulders will be on your mat. We're going to lower ourselves into a supported fish. So you can also use a pile of books or a block for this. So if you're using a block, it goes here and then sits between the shoulder blades, not as high up as the neck. If you have the blanket, it comes across the bra line or the shoulder blades so that your arms easily fit over the top. And begin to bring yourself down to the ground, arms to your sides, palms face up, legs out long. If there is space, ground the crown of your head rather than the back of your head, tipping the chin up toward the sky, opening the throat. If this is uncomfortable for the lower back, placing a rolled up blanket or a pillow underneath the thighs, or standing your feet on the earth and letting the knees touch. That will open the lower back and allow you to rest here. And if the crown of your head is not touching the earth, just imagine it is for this next little sequence. So take your inner vision down into the earth and see an orb. Like a crystal ball of any color, of any type. Allow yourself this vision, whatever it may be. There is no right stone to be seen here. And you become aware that this stone is filled with an intention. The fertile ground you just created, the ashes. This stone is filled with the seed of what you wish to grow in this new soil. What lessons do you wish to keep? And allow this to come to you as a word or an image. And know that this crystal, this orb that sits above the crown of your head is an infinite source of this intention energy. And you feel your head, the backs of your hands, and the soles of your feet magnetize to this energy, pulling it into your body, filling you, filling all those spaces you created with your intention. And you may do this by repeating the word back to yourself or fixing your gaze on that image. Attaching it to your heartbeat, attaching it to your breath, deep in your breath. Press out the edges of your body on your inhale. Relax your body more and more on your exhale. Allow this crystal, this stone, or to feed you, to nourish you. To turn over the ash so you can begin again. Feel the energy of beginning coursing through your veins. What it's like to be on the horizon of a new, exciting project. All of the possibility and the promise of a newborn baby. Of beginning. Feel that excitement. Relax the body more and more. And if it feels right to do so, you may remove the block or the blanket from underneath the shoulder blades, staying low to the ground and lying down into corpse pose. Legs out long, arms to your sides, palms face up. You're also welcome to stay in that supported fish if that feels right to you. And you feel anchored and warm. Enjoy this energy for a few moments in silence. Maybe just focusing on the rhythm of your breath without trying to change or alter it. If your mind wanders, come back to the space between your eyebrows or come back to your breath. You once again find yourself back around that fire. Making small movements in the hands and feet, the face, deepening the breath. Turn over onto your right side into the fetal position and pause there. Take a moment for gratitude, finding something that you're grateful for today. Let that gratitude fill your heart space. Let it radiate out with the pulse and with the breath. Gratitude is the greatest armor we have in this life. It allows us to be vulnerable and strong at once, to love without fear, to express kindness without feeling weak. It is both nourishing and protective. So we breathe into this gratitude. We attach it to the pillar of energy that exists between the crown of the head and the root, and we allow it to radiate out, filling our body, filling our energy fields and beyond. When you feel this radiating out from your heart, press into your palm and gently bring yourself up to seated. Finding a comfortable seat, we'll close the class together. And palms facing forward, just as the beginning of our practice. We see before us the circle, that we are joined in connection, in gratitude, in trust, in belonging. In all of these ways, we are not alone. Feel down into the earth, the root that connects us all. Feel in through the skin, through the crown of the head, the song that sings the universe. The fiery glow that warms the front of our body, that warms our heart. Begin to draw your hands to your chest. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me tonight. Full moon in Aries. And I wish you a beautiful rest, always.